Ancient Mesopotamian doctors performed cataract surgery using bronze instruments around 2,000 years before Christ. In 1783, Iceland's Laki volcano eruption caused a famine that killed 1/4 of its population. Medieval knights tested armor by having squires strike them with hammers before battles. Aztec physicians used obsidian scalpels, sharper than modern steel. 19th century whaling ships harvested ambergris worth more than gold per ounce. Roman Emperor Hadrian banned circumcision in Judea, sparking rebellion. Viking merchants imported Arabic silver coins to Scandinavia via Russian rivers. During the First World War, French troops wore bright red trousers until 1915, making easy targets. Egyptian pharaoh Psamtik I hired Greek mercenaries with wine amphorae payments. In 1930, Brazil burned 78% of its coffee harvest to inflate prices. Babylonian women could divorce husbands for neglect using marriage contracts. Victorian leech collectors waded barefoot into ponds to attract medicinal leeches. Genghis Khan's birth name was Temujin, meaning blacksmith. Ancient Greek ships contained lead sheathing that poisoned crews. 18th century pirates established pirate republics in Madagascar. Inca suspension bridges required rebuilding every 2 years with grass ropes. Roman engineers added goat hair to concrete to prevent cracking. In 1917, French soldiers mutinied after a failed Champagne offensive. Mayan astronomers calculated lunar cycles within 33 seconds of accuracy. Medieval executioners doubled as torturers and medical practitioners. Persian kings communicated using hollowed-out arrow shafts. During Prohibition, United States doctors prescribed 1.5 million gallons of medicinal alcohol. Egyptian pyramid builders received honeycake rations as bonuses. 17th century Dutch merchants traded tulip bulbs for entire townhouses. Byzantine Emperor Basil II blinded 99 of every 100 Bulgarian prisoners. Viking law allowed killing without penalty if the victim was buried in gravel pits. In 1904, New York banned women from smoking in public places. Aztec midwives buried placenta under battlefields for warrior sons. Roman gladiators wore bronze shin guards called ochrii. 19th century miners carried caged finches to detect carbon monoxide. Mongol warriors drank blood from their horses' necks during long rides. Ancient Chinese alchemists created gunpowder while seeking immortality elixirs. During the Second World War, Japanese soldiers ate bark and roots during New Guinea starvation. Babylonian astronomers tracked Venus cycles on cuneiform tablets. In 1816, the year without summer caused New England snowfall in June. Egyptian priests plucked eyebrows during mummification rituals. Victorian pure finders sold dog feces to tanneries for leather production. Genghis Khan promoted officers based solely on merit, not lineage. Roman roads included milestones showing distances to Rome. 18th century London had mudlarks scavenging the Thames for coal. Inca accountants calculated census data with knotted quipus. During the Cold War, the CIA developed exploding cigars to assassinate Castro. Ancient Greeks used dolphin-shaped weights for fishing nets. In 1925, Soviet scientists attempted ape-human hybridization experiments. Aztec merchants disguised themselves as peasants to avoid highway robbers. Medieval knights swore oaths on swan-shaped relics during ceremonies. Persian messengers could travel 1,677 miles in 7 days. 19th century Arctic explorers suffered frostbite from mercury thermometers. Egyptian pharaohs wore Nemes headdresses with cobra symbols. Viking berserkers consumed hallucinogenic mushrooms before raids. Roman Emperor Elagabalus smothered guests under rose petals. In 1883, Krakatoa's eruption created 120-foot tsunamis. Mayan priests pierced tongues with stingray spines for bloodletting rituals. Byzantine silk production relied on smuggled Chinese silkworms. During the First World War, German pilots dropped darts on trench soldiers. Ancient Indian surgeons performed plastic nose reconstruction 600 years before Christ. Victorian ice merchants harvested Norwegian glaciers for London elites. Mongol warriors wrapped dead bodies in ropes for decomposition. Babylonian doctors treated toothaches with henbane seed plasters. In 1915, German zeppelins dropped bombs guided by bicycle lights. Aztec ballplayers wore stone hip guards during ritual games. 17th century samurai tested swords on corpses or criminals. Roman soldiers received salt allowances called salarium. Genghis Khan banned hunting during animal breeding seasons. Medieval gong farmers emptied cesspits at night for fertilizer. During Prohibition, Canadian distilleries exported whiskey via Rum Rose. Egyptian doctors prescribed garlic for 22 different ailments. In 1897, Bram Stoker wrote Dracula after a nightmare from a crab dinner. Persian kings ate only while hidden behind curtains. 19th century loggers competed in birling contests on river logs. Viking women filed their teeth as status symbols. Byzantine Emperor Justinian II had a golden nose prosthesis. Ancient Chinese generals launched fire kites to signal attacks. During the Second World War, the United States designed bat bombs carrying incendiary devices. Aztec Emperor Moctezuma II drank chocolate from golden goblets. Roman engineers built aqueducts with precise 0.1% gradient slopes. In 1903, the first Tour de France cyclists carried tire repair kits. Babylonian priests predicted eclipses using Saros cycle calculations. Victorian toshers died from sewer gas explosions in London. Inca surgeons used coca leaves as anesthesia during trepanations. Medieval archers practiced on butts or earthen mounds weekly. During the gold rush, San Francisco bars accepted gold dust payments. Egyptian scribes used red ink for pharaohs' names and hieroglyphs. 18th century pirates marooned mutineers with 1 bottle of water. Genghis Khan's cavalry covered 100 miles daily using remount stations. Roman Emperor Claudius wrote Etruscan history in 20 volumes. In 1935, dust storms transported Oklahoma soil to Atlantic ships. Aztec priests wore human skin capes for 20 days after sacrifices. Ancient Greeks used dolphin imagery on coins for maritime luck. During the First World War, carrier pigeons delivered 95% of frontline messages. Babylonian women ran taverns and textile businesses independently. Victorian screevers drew pavement art using beer as fixative. Mongol warriors slept on horseback using specialized saddles. Roman gladiators endorsed products like olive oil and graffiti. In 1912, Antarctic explorers ate sled dogs for survival. Egyptian pyramid workers received beer rations 3 times daily. 17th century Dutch sailors introduced penguins to Europe. Byzantine fire grenades ignited seawater upon contact. Medieval knights wore snail armor in manuscripts as coward symbols. In 1986, the Swiss army accidentally invaded Liechtenstein during maneuvers.